What is going on, everybody? DJMINES here. So look, the world is ending, so it would seem. People on Twitter, Discord, YouTube freaking out. I'm seeing more and more comments on people's live stream. Man, it's all a scam. Bitcoin's going to zero, bro. I told you. Listen, guys, I think we just need to calm down. We already knew that this was going to happen. We knew that the Bitcoin halving was happening, I should say. And if you're not new to this at all, this should not be surprising. This is actually my third bull run now. So, kind of been there, done that. Second as a miner, but third overall between trading and mining. So for me, we already knew it was going to happen. We've been saying this for like the last 6 months, a year and a half. It is what it is. And there's only a few people that are really going to be panicking right now. This is the state of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining more specifically. But honestly, the only people who are really freaking out are the Timmies. Timmies is just somebody who just doesn't know what they're talking about. They just believe anything, or they're uneducated, or it's just the newer investor, newer person, which is totally understandable, right? Everybody starts somewhere, but I am here to make you feel better. So don't worry about it, guys. Real quick though, let's talk about the price of Bitcoin. As of 26 April, we are currently at $63,726. So pretty good, to be honest with you. I don't even know why people are panicking. This is pretty good numbers, guys. By the way, this is the 1 year chart. I mean, look down here, guys. Like seriously, back in May of 2023, we're at $26,000. You guys know me. I personally bought one Bitcoin at about 29,000. I don't remember the day or anything. And then if you just look even over here, back in November, we were at 35,000. So man, sitting at 63, whether that's 60,000 or 63,000 or 70,000. I think we're looking pretty good, to be honest with you. Real quick though, because I didn't actually get to make a video post halving, we did finish the Bitcoin halving. Woohoo! The fourth ever 840,000th block was hit actually by YGIYPT, and that was on the 19th of April. How awesome. How cool is that, man? So the pool that actually ended up hitting the final block was YGIYPT. You guys know I love my YGIYPT. Awesome Bitcoin pool. Definitely highly recommend. Now, something that I found interesting was that YGIYPT was actually auctioning off this coin here. And so the final bid, isn't this crazy to think about? The final bid was 33.3 Bitcoin. That was worth over $2.1 million. $2.1 million. Just so you can say, you know what? I got that final block. That's history in the making, man. Will that be like a museum piece? I mean, I guess it wouldn't in a way because it's not like a physical thing. But hey, I know a lot of you are thinking it's crazy. Even I think it's a little crazy sometimes, but there are people out there who will literally pay millions and millions of dollars for like the final block. And, some people I've heard Max Voltage say that like it's really about the first one, the first block that happens after. I don't know. It seems like the final block is kind of the go-to here. And from YGIYPT's Twitter, this was like the image that they were displaying, I guess. So I'm not exactly sure how the numbers fully work there, but hey, that's what you got. Maybe you got an NFT. Don't really know, but hey, to some people, that's super cool. And hey, congratulations to YGIYPT for hitting that. And if you were a miner during that time, man, if you were a miner during that time, you got some crazy gains. I know I was actually on F2 pool during that, unfortunately, so I didn't get to hit the YGIYPT block, but that's pretty badass, man. Now, back to the state of Bitcoin mining. Listen, like there's no beating around it, right? Like it's definitely gone down significantly as it was supposed to. So for the first couple days, things were fantastic, although now things are starting to cool off. We'll look into that. And honestly, it's looking a little bit sad. All right, so heading over to mine the ASIC, pretty much the go-to standard these days for looking at how much you're making. The S21 200 terahash. Now I do have one of these getting hosted at Terra Hosting. Shout out to Terra Hosting. They also have a place where you can buy ASICs, and that's actually terahashes. I'll put a link in that description below, but that's not what this video is about right now. S21 200 terahash. I don't know what is up with this website right now, going all over the place, but yeah, man, things are really going down. $2.54 right now, and a lot of that's because of the difficulty, right? Bitcoin mining, man. I mean, you should have known this was going to happen, right? You should have known. Currently saying it's about 38.7 month or 1,161 days to recoup your money. Now, personally, I think you should take these numbers with a grain of salt, because unless you're selling daily, right, those are the people who have to lose the most, unfortunately. The people who can't afford to pay out of their pocket, those are going to be the guys who unfortunately just won't see major gains. So let's just pretend you have, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 machines and your power bill is a couple $1,000. If you're having to sell maybe 2,000 of that out of your 2,500 or your 3,000 in gains. Unfortunately, you're only gonna make a little bit of money if you hodl that. So yeah, people like myself or other people who have like a full-time job and you're covering it out of pocket, you are going to be the ones who reap the most benefits when it comes to 2025. That being said, like, it's still a profitable machine. I would certainly still be mining with my S21, absolutely. But yeah, dude, if there's something you can do, if there's a second job or like a side hustle that you can get to just at least do your best to maybe even hold 20-30% more of those coins, whatever you have to do, man, you know, just do what you got to do, guys. Try to hold on as long as you can, and that's going to be the strategy that I think will be the most effective. But let's say you don't have an S21. This is where things start to hurt a lot more. T21, I'm not worried about those. Now moving on to the S19 XP 140 terahash. This is the second best miner out. Soon it will be the third best miner because of the S21 Pro, but at the moment it's the second best machine that money can buy as far as like home miners or hosting facilities. 52 cents a day at 10 cents a kilowatt. Dang, bro, look at this chart here. It's like almost no profitability. Oh my god, that is bad, dude. That is bad at the moment. I mean, GPU mining is kind of on par, to be honest with you. Like, I think there's a lot of GPU miners who are certainly making 52 cents right now. So, you know, so when it comes to the Bitcoin miners specifically, you might even want to consider turning off and maybe turning your GPUs on, because you're going to use a lot less power. I mean, again, you know, here's the thing. The income, which is not how much you're making, but the income for an S19 XP is $7.74. Well, in electricity, that's $7.22 gone, right? So now you're making 52 cents. And you got to think, a GPU can make you 30, 40, 50, even 60 cents, depending on your electric rate, but way less wattage. So you certainly would go down on the electricity. So definitely, man, I don't know. I would still say ASICs overall are way better than GPU mining, but when it comes to Bitcoin miners specifically, I think GPU and CPU mining is probably the play if you're that person in that category who really needs to sell. Again, if you can't pay the power out of pocket, which I do understand, right? On large scale, it's got to be difficult to come up with 5K a month out your butthole, right? I totally understand that, but it might be worth it to just turn off on, you know, but I don't know. It's something to consider there. S19 XP not looking super good. If this were to continue for the year, you would make $189 profit. Oh God, that is awful. Oh my God. But again, I don't think that's actually going to happen. And I think we're going to go to this crazy bull run. But hey, that's not what we have in front of us. And I do kind of want to talk about what's happening at the moment. All right, now we're going to look at the third best ASIC for Bitcoin mining, the S9K Pro. A lot of people love this one. You know, this was kind of like the last miner that they came out with to kind of complete the series for the S19. Really good machine, but at the moment at 10 cents a kilowatt, you are literally making 1 penny. Oh my God, dude, I honestly, when I was filming this video or before I made this video, I had no idea it was this bad. A single penny. So you're probably realistically, you know, losing money if you're taking fees, you know, with the pools. You're probably losing money every day to run this machine. So again, you know, if you can hold, if you can hold your $6, maybe it'll become 18 or 24 bucks later in life. But at the moment, it's not looking good. I would certainly not have these machines on at all if I had to pay out of pocket, not to make a penny, because again, after fees and pulls, you're literally losing money. In fact, if it were to continue like this, that'd be $2,417 that you would pay in power. In an entire year, you would make $4. So again, guys, don't get too caught up on it, right? I know it sounds terrible, but with mining, you know, it's a long-term game. That's who always wins. It's the people who hold for the longest amount of time, and that is 3,569 months to pay back. I don't know, man. Is this website good still? Is mine the ASIC good still? Because that's pretty depressing. Or 107,000 days to pay off an S19K. Oh, baby, that's not good. We cannot talk about the state of Bitcoin mining with at least talking about the price and the hash rate. So this blue line here, you don't have to memorize this, basically is the hash rate. You can see it's just going up and up and up and up and up. And oh my goodness, it is not slowing down at all, folks. The hash rate is not slowing down. There's people with 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents that are just going crazy. Marathon, Riot, they are tripling the size of their farms, and it's the little guys who are going to get hurt, continued to get hurt, unfortunately, right? And like I said, the price of Bitcoin is this black line. So the price of Bitcoin is going down. The network hash rate and difficulty is shooting through the moon, which is insane to think about, you know. So this is not what you want to hear, especially if you're a home miner, or if, you know, you're at that 10 to 15 cents range. You definitely don't want to hear that. Let's see though, if we drop this down to something crazy, let's do 6 cents on some of these miners. I really like to use the S9K because I feel like that was kind of like your budget ASIC. Look at that though. If you're at 6 cents though, oh man, that's $2.66 a day. Wow. I don't know many people at 6 cents, but Bitcoin mining is looking really good if you're at 6 cents. So about 7 cents. That's $2 a day. Okay. You know what? You'll probably take that. 8 cents, man, it's crazy with these ASICs. Every single penny matters so much. 8 cents, you're making $1.34, and if you're at 9 cents, you're making 68 cents, and it's about that 10 cents range where you start breaking even, and certainly 11, forget about it, right? Anything 10 and over is just not really worth it at the moment, unfortunately. All right, still looking at 10 cents here. I don't even think it's worth looking at the rest of them. You know, if you got the 104 terahash, you were losing $1.62 every single day. If you have the 100 terahash, you're losing $1.56 every day. For some reason, the 96 terahash is losing slightly less. I'm guessing that's because of the low power mode, which is $1.49 a day. And again, guys, this is at 10 cents, man. This isn't, you know, 15, 20 cents. Just for science, let's look at 8 cents at some of these lower end models. The 100 terahash still losing 14 cents. Again, there's really no break even in sight. And overall, it's looking like you need to be at about 6 cents. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the 140 terahash should be making $3 a day. That's the S19XP. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Those lower end models, man, no. 90 terahash, you'd be making 29 cents. So think about that, guys. Even if you're getting hosted at 6 cents, you're barely making any money unless you have at least like a S19 XP or a S19K. You'd be making a couple bucks or like $1.50. And this is why I always preach to people, you know, don't go too budget, right? You don't want the older stuff. Some of the older stuff is going to be good for sure, but not like 90 terahash, 95 or 94, I forget what it is, terahash, 100 terahash and stuff, because these kind of things happen. You know, if you're paying out of pocket, it probably doesn't matter to you, but it's to the other people out there that have multiple machines, they have to be sweating. There's got to be people turning off, right? Wondering and thinking like, did I get the wrong machines, right? The ASIC game is very different than the GPU game. The ASIC game, you got to get the best of the best machine. You got to sell your machine off, get the next one. Now, where you'll do just fine, and again, where I try to just make people feel a little bit better about themselves, if you have to turn off your machines, do so. If you're not making any kind of profit, right, do so. But again, if you can hold on, man, I really think the best thing to do is to pay out of pocket, but if you can't do that, turn your machines off and then sell them in the bull run, right? Because there's no reason to just collect arbitrarily this Bitcoin when you could just use that money to buy Bitcoin, right? There's no reason to make a penny or 5 pennies or lose 30 cents or something. That's just foolish. You're just mining to mine. You're just paying your power company. So anyways, guys, I hope that you understand the state of Bitcoin mining. I think we'll be perfectly fine, probably towards like fall, winter time frame, certainly in 2025, but you're going to want to take profits in 2025, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. But hey, you do what you think is best for you. Let me know if you agree with what I'm saying with the state of Bitcoin mining. And if you want to see a May and maybe even a June and July video of this, I like to speak the facts. I try not to do the kumbaya. I try not to be biased in any way, but at the moment, yeah, it's really tough, guys. It's really tough to be a Bitcoin miner. Now, I don't think that ASIC mining is bad in any way, right? I've been kind of trying to preach to you guys, be careful with the Bitcoin miners, man. You don't want too many Bitcoin miners, and you know, unless you have dirt cheap power, because now look at the Caspa miners, man. They're making money hand over fist. $10, $20. My machines still are making about $65 to $70 every single day. 60 to 70 bucks. I mean, it's just 3 little machines, man, if you want to count the KS04, but right, 3 little machines making crazy money, where these Bitcoin miners, unfortunately, are spending tens of thousands, if not $100,000 to make less than my Caspa miners, right? Caspa miners have been fantastic. The K7s for CKB have been fantastic. A lot of GPUs and CPU coins are popping off right now, and it's a lot of money to be made, but unfortunately, Bitcoin is not where the money is at the moment. Let me know if you think things will get better. I certainly think that they will, almost 100%. I can't say 100%, but yeah, you know, it's the closest thing to 100%. If you made it to the end of this video, please do put in hashtag vape. Thank you to all of you. Congratulations to VIA BTC, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. DJ Mines signing out.